Hey everyone, I'm back. We're gonna do a little fresh Sinigang, but we don't have some pollock tree around here, and I don't know anyone who does, but we're gonna make this Sinigang with a little bit of a twist. Sinigang, however you want to say it, uh, but it's fresh. So what we got is we got fresh green beans. We're gonna cut the tips off so they can absorb the juice. And the tips are a little bit rooty, or they don't really break down. You know, I'm sure someone's gotten green beans from a can and found one that's pithy or woody and didn't break down. But we're going to put them in there whole. You could cut them up if you want. It's all up to you. It's your dish. Own it. Be proud of it. Probably your kitchen too. Man, I tell you, when I went into the store the other day, this lady standing next to me said, "Oh, SH." And I says, "What's wrong?" She says, "Look at this." And she pointed at the hot peppers. I was going to reach for them next. And they were $6.99 a pound. They're usually like $1.89 a pound. So if you got hot peppers, send them to me. I mean, 'cause they doubled in price. Actually, they quadrupled in price if you think about it, or more than that. I don't know. I always hated math. But, yeah. I couldn't believe it. And I said, "That's got to be a misprint." And she says, "Look at the yellow ones." And the yellow ones were $5.99 a pound. And the green ones were $5.99 a pound. And I'm like, what the heck? So I started with my big mouth. And I got everybody riled up in there. I could not believe it. I mean, now if you want to, you can make this spicy by adding uh, some hot peppers, to which I'm not going to do because it costs too much. I mean, this dish was made, it came out of the Philippines, and that's where I learned to make it. So, now maybe some of the restaurants had a big budget, but most of your most of your people over there don't have a big, large budget. And I've got 12 cups of water boiling there already. And I also I've already washed everything in there. Washed. I had a girlfriend from Texas once. I joked with her. She'd say washed, and I'd say, "Spell that." Washed. I said, "So where's the R come from?" Anyway, we got some radishes in here. Pretty nice radishes. I'm just going to cut them in quarters and put them in there. These are going to be my potatoes. What? Yep, going to be my potatoes. They take a little bit to get softer, so that's why I'm putting them in right away. And things like this you can put in. You don't have to quarter them. And all this has been washed, and my water's been filtered when I washed it, so it's a shame you gotta filter everything these days. I'm serious, man. You get all kinds of funky stuff if you don't. Man, I grew up drinking out of garden hose, and I give the dog one cookie and me one cookie. And I'm still going strong. But I can tell you, I've been all around the world, literally. And, even when I went down to Mexico, everyone's like, don't drink the water, don't drink it. I drank the water, I didn't get sick. I think it's what you grew up with, but this was a long time ago. I don't know what it's like now. I haven't been down there in years. Now then, some people are going to go, what? What? Yep, we're going to put the leaves in there. The leaves are good. You don't want it any of it that's really thick, because it just doesn't break down. It doesn't get soft. So we're going to throw the leaves in there. You don't have to chop them up. Just that they're kind of pithy or woody or however you want to describe it. And they'll add kind of a bite, a peppery type bite. Which I like, because spinach was way up there on the cost profile also while I was in there. What was that show? They should bring that show back. I forgot what it was, where someone had only a certain amount of money and they had to go through and buy certain things without going over their budget. And bet they couldn't do that today. If they brought that show back, I'm telling you, it would be interesting. Very interesting, because you would have people who, because I know that people used to watch that show, and they would they would go to their local grocery store or go to whatever grocery store that show was going to use and what state it was going to use, and they would get the prices. Shoot, can't do that now. Prices will change overnight. And plus, it'd be an outrageous. Now, if you want to, you can trim all this, which I'm going to. And this is just one bunch of radishes. I got more, but I'm only going to use this bunch right here because I don't want to make it too peppery. Because I'm going to still add chicken. You could actually use the roots if you wanted to. I mean, okay. I have no idea why my tripod is clicking. It better not collapse. Okay. This is so simple. Okay, now we're going to let it go for a little bit. Now that radish, just to let you know, it smells like cabbage. Da, 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 da. Okay. Now when those radishes are broken down, I'll come back to y'all because we're going to put in some galangal root, and which you can order on Amazon. It's like $10 for one root. And you can, I've got some already cut up here, but I'm going to get the radishes softer so they're, you know, potato soft. That's how you want them. And they're basically going to taste a little bit like potatoes as well. So I'm going to come back to y'all in a little bit and show you how to what I'm going to do next. Because like I say, this is so simple. You just saw me doing most of the cut up work. All I've got to do is cut up these chicken breast necks and cook it down. But I'm going to cube the chicken breasts because if I keep them whole, which I have done before, they're easy enough to pull out with a fork and shred it or cut it up or anything. But I'm going to cube it up a little bit so every scoop of this soup you'll get some chicken. Got my handy dandy ladle. Oh, what it's got on there? Probably flour dough. Or dough. Yeah, flour dough. Okay, so we'll see y'all in a few minutes. And I'll leave the recipe down below like I always do. And I'll leave links to all this so that y'all can order some yourself. And we will see y'all in a few minutes. Talk to you later. Bye. And we're back. Okay. As you can see, I've cut up the chicken into bite-sized pieces. Okay. Now I've got 2 large chicken breasts in here already. So you didn't see all, unless you wanted to watch me cut it up. If you like that, leave a comment, let me know. I'll do it. I just didn't think y'all would want to see it. Alright. Okay. I also added a few slices of galangal root in there, and I put maybe a teaspoon of salt and just a little bitty bit of black pepper, and that's only to for the radishes. And I added some fresh chopped garlic. Now when you do your radishes, do them to where they're like al dente, halfway done, because you don't want them totally mush. Okay. Now the chicken's in there, the galangal root's in there, and we're going to add the magic powder. Tamarind Soup mix base. It's a base for your soup, because that's basically what this is, a sweet and sour or sour soup. But it's not really that sour. And we just mixing it around a little bit, and we'll leave it on another few minutes at least, probably maybe 10 minutes. We want to make sure that the chicken is cooked all the way through and it's absorbed all the spices and everything. And you might find that you don't want oh, still got some in here. You might find that you don't want to add garlic and things like that. Some people I know add green onions and some people add bell pepper to add some sweetness to it. Um, this dish is like universal. You can add and add and add. You don't have to use chicken. It's just that's what was handy. You could use pork or um, beef or no meat. You could also use shrimp. I've seen it done with shrimp. So, this, like I say, this is pretty universal. You make it how you want it, and because it's your kitchen, you're the boss. Own it and be proud of it and serve it to everyone. I'll leave all the information down below. And if you're cutting up something and it looks ugly, cut it off, because people won't eat it. But if you're only doing it for yourself and you like that, keep it. That's totally up to you. You, and you, and you. But this is just a variation of Sinigang, or Sinigang, however you want to pronounce it, I guess. A lot of people pronounce it Sinigang because it's spelled with Sinigang. But I hear a ton of Filipinos, you want some Sinigang? And you can pour it over rice. Like I say, I started with 10 cups of water, and that little pouch makes 8 cups of soup. So, but it's already been boiling for the radishes and for the green beans and the chicken. So it's down to about 8 cups right now. So it'll be perfect. And for now, we can see, let's do this. Now that was a big piece of Galangal root. Now you could add cut up onions if you want. Doesn't that look good? Come on, come on. I know you think, that does look good. And like I say, it's a sour soup. So I'm actually going to take, you can eat the galangal root once it's boiled down and soft. But that hadn't had time to boil down and be soft yet. So okay, the juice is good. Radishes are perfect. Of course, the chicken's good. We're gonna try some of these leaves. Oh yeah, they're good. Those leaves pick up a lot of the sourness, so they're really good. There's that green bean. Trying to let it cool off just a little bit. It's going to boil another 30 minutes or so because the green beans aren't quite done yet. I mean, they're done, but they're not done. They're still a little bit firm. With the radishes, they taste perfectly like a potato. And the soup, the liquid, is perfectly sour. Chicken's done. And the radish leaves are yum. They're scrumptious. I am not joking. So for now, I'm going to close this. And that's basically all you have to do. Everything is done. Just test it until I'm going to turn this down to a simmer, a low actually, so those green beans can get done, but without overcooking everything else. Okay, I hope you like this recipe, and leave me a comment if you tried it, or if you already try it and you know how to make it a little bit different way. Leave me a comment and I'll make it on here for you and leave you the credit. I like doing that. And if this helped you or in any way, or you know how to cook it now, like I say, I'll leave the recipe down below, and I'll put in where you can buy all this. So right now, if you're in a warm place, go swimming. Except if it's thunder and lightning, don't go swimming. Which it's doing right now. It's thunder and lightning. So, but if you're in a warm place, go swimming. If you're in a cold place, find a warm place to go swimming. If you can't find that, snuggle up. Remember, if you make this is your recipe. It's your kitchen. Be proud of it and serve it up. Okay, we'll talk to y'all later. I love y'all and see you soon.